Now, according to Yahoo Sports, LeBron had zero contact with head coach Luke Walton during the recruitment process, and as of Wednesday, the two still have not met. Max, what does it mean to you that LeBron reportedly hasn't spoken to Luke yet?
It means Luke Walton is not Magic Johnson's guy and certainly not LeBron James's guy. But that doesn't mean that they won't choose to continue with him as coach and support him. He's just going to have to prove it to them, and it clearly means they have questions. I think Luke Walton is an excellent coach. As someone who was doing drive time in LA during all of this, and we're ESPN flagship the home of the Lakers, a broadcasting home of the Lakers in LA, I was psyched when they got Luke Walton. That was a very good move. Let's not forget that his record as interim coach of the Warriors, and you can say what you want, anyone could coach the Warriors, was better than Steve Kerr's. Luke Walton is a promising, young, bright coach who even people like Kobe Bryant can tell you kind of always been a coach, even when he was a player. Very smart student of the game and good communicator with the players. But nevertheless, he predates Magic Johnson, and clearly he predates LeBron James. And I am sure that part of Magic Johnson's pitch to LeBron James included the fact that LeBron James would have a lot of say in what goes on, including personnel, including coaches, etc. And why wouldn't Magic want that? Magic Johnson was and is a basketball genius. And so is LeBron James. And Magic Johnson is also an extremely successful businessman, something else LeBron James wants to be, which indicates that Magic is a basketball genius, but also just a very high functioning, at the very least, cerebral guy, as is LeBron James. So their decision making is important. And the fact that LeBron James would have influence is important. It's actually the right way to do things. And I think what this suggests is the jury is out on Luke Walton. Stephen A., not that he might not get their support, but I don't think he has it yet.
Well, the bottom line is that Luke Walton was a Jeannie Buss, Jim Buss, and Mitch Kupchak hire. It wasn't Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. You're right about that. But I'm going to throw a wrench in all of this. And I want to preface my comment by saying this is not inside information at all. What I gave you about Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard and LeBron and all of those guys over the last week or so, that's inside information. This is just an opinion. I would keep my eyes on Phil Jackson. Yes, I said it. Phil Jackson. The same Phil Jackson that offended LeBron James and his crew by calling them a posse, minimizing them, all of this other stuff. I would keep my eye on Phil Jackson. Here is why. Number one, Luke Walton, 2 seasons, still hasn't made the playoffs. I agree with you, Max. I love the job that he's done. I love the development of players under him. I'm a fan of Luke Walton's. I think he should stay on board. But he wasn't Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka's choice. Point number one. Point number two, when Kobe Bryant and I talked on my radio show a couple of days ago, Kobe spoke to LeBron during the playoffs. Kobe spoke to LeBron to welcome him to the family once LeBron had agreed to come on board to L.A. Kobe Bryant perhaps is one of the most unforgiving people in the world if he feels betrayed. Let me tell you that right now. He don't play. All right? You recall that book that Phil Jackson wrote about him, throwing him under the bus, calling him uncoachable, and all of this other stuff when Phil wanted to profit off of that stuff by writing a book after, he had supposedly retired from L.A.? Who forgave him? Kobe. Why? Because Kobe was trying to win championships, and being coached under others wasn't going to cut it. If Kobe Bryant can forgive him, let's transition to LeBron James. Did you see what Dan Gilbert wrote about LeBron James in 2010? Remember how awful that letter was? And look what LeBron did. LeBron not only left for South Beach, he came back because he said, it's bigger than my relationship with him. The city of Cleveland, fans in the Northeast Ohio area, the Cleveland Cavaliers franchise and its surrounding areas, all of this other stuff, that usurps whatever beef is going on between me and Dan Gilbert. And that stance by Dan Gilbert, that letter, was far, far, far more incendiary than some backhanded slap that Phil Jackson gave to LeBron and his crew. So let me be very, very clear. If LeBron can forgive Dan Gilbert for that stuff enough to move on and do business with him? I'm quite sure if Luke Walton runs into some problems and changes needed to be made, it's certainly plausible that Phil Jackson could get a call. From whom, you might ask? Not just from the wonderful Jeannie Buss, his ex-fiancee, who he was sitting next to when Shaq's statue was revealed, and I was right there. But also a guy like Irvin Magic Johnson, along with any basketball mind who recognizes no matter how inept, how moribund, how disgraceful, how negligent Phil Jackson's leadership was as president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks, no one would dare question his greatness as a head basketball coach in the NBA,
Stephen A.
particularly when it comes to stars.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
Hold
That's
on,
all I'm
Molly.
saying.
one quick
If you don't
question. I
mind.
just want a yes or no answer, then Max, you have the floor. Would you like this move? Would you like Phil Jackson to coach?
Me personally, that depends on whether Luke Walton's working out. I like Luke.
All
I
right.
want to give Luke a chance. But if the Lakers sat up there and said, excuse me, with this squad we have, particularly with the temperamental dudes, supposedly in Rondo and Lance Stevenson and others, and us getting some stars and the allure of LA and all the pressure that comes with it, if we needed a bigger
Stephen A.
name, a bigger presence, I wouldn't be averse to that.